The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
The first topic I want to talk about on this podcast is Sauce Walka being shot in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, before I get into this conversation, I want to talk about Memphis is a place to where you have to have your head on a swivel. The reason I say that is because it's a lot of people that is poor. It's a lot of people that finances ain't where they would want them to be and where they should be. And when you're dealing with that amount of people that's living below the poverty line, you're going to have violence because they're dealing with lack. Now, this guy, Sayso P, he posted something on his Instagram with him and Sauce Walka at a hotel room. And you could see which hotel they was located at in the imagery. Now, another thing I want to talk about on this podcast is snitching on yourself and telling on yourself. And that's the same way that Buddy from New York passed away by posting his location. I forgot the brother's name, but he was a pivotal artist when he went to California and he posted his location and they came and found him. These people in these streets is hungry, man, and they're willing to do anything to take you out and get a piece of that money. But with that being said, let's play the clip of the news of what they had to say about this Sauce Walka and Sayso P thing. And then we're just going to further the conversation. Real talk.
Memphis police are investigating a deadly shooting right in the heart of downtown Memphis. Thanks for being with us. I'm Shay Arthur. A second person was also seriously injured in that violence that broke out in broad daylight this afternoon. WRG's Tia McKenzie has been gathering information about the case all day. Tia, the scene is right there off of FedEx Forum, right in front of it. What are officers telling you happened?
That's right, Shay. Now, as you can see behind me now, the scene is still pretty active. I'm going to step aside and allow you to see those wave of blue lights. Now, the shooting happened around 2:40 this afternoon in the 100 block of George W. Lee Avenue. Police are calling the shooting a targeted incident. Several police vehicles and crime scene tape blocked off parts of downtown Memphis as they tried to piece together what happened. Police say the suspects got out of a car and started to shoot at two victims. Detectives from the Real-Time Crime Center tracked the vehicle as it fled outside of the Memphis area. And one person is dead and another is in critical condition at Regional 1.
So we're convinced that vehicle has fled the downtown area. We certainly want everybody to be on the lookout for this white vehicle. We put out a citywide broadcast on that vehicle. Currently, we have detectives from the homicide unit. We have detectives from the CSI unit on the scene conducting the investigation. Hopefully, we'll be able to develop suspect information real quickly.
Police did not tell us what kind of white car they are looking for, but did say they are looking for multiple suspects at this time. Now, if you have any information on this crime, contact Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Reporting for your news leader in downtown Memphis, Tia McKenzie, WRAG News Channel 3.
Good shit, man. What are you talking about? Here's the totem people, man. Got this shit on bankroll, go yard, diamonds, all this shit, man. We having this shit, man. See what the fuck going on.
Holding this shit.
The sauce on it, man.
Still holding those. Forever holding, putting it in a gravity unit, G unit.
Sauce shit, man. Here's the
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
One would think that posting on social media and posting shout outs and showing your people is kind of getting old. Like being discreet, it's a value in being discreet. And I'm not trying to say this to minimize. The guy could have been, Sayso P could have been trying to protect himself. And who would have thought that somebody would have seen that they was in a hotel room, widened the image, looked at what hotel room they was at, and then went down there and waited on them. Now, there's rumors in the street that he owed people money, that he got over on people, that he participated in street activities. So when you participate in those things, you know that it's only dead, jail, or you got to get yourself out of it some kind of way. So it's hard to sympathize with people that participate in street activities. Just my opinion, but it shouldn't go down that way. It shouldn't happen that way though. But Memphis is a different animal, man. I'm located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the year I moved here was the year that those boys from Memphis shot young Dolph Call 100 times downtown, right smack downtown in front of the police station. So it ain't no sympathy when you in the streets, and nobody really cares about you when you in the streets and living that street life. So your first instinct and interest need to be in protecting yourself. Real spill. Now, I seen something and I seen this going viral and people talking about it, but his security was on Instagram, and when they was at the club, his security was live. Like, why is his security doing this on Instagram live?
This shit going on, man. Get with this shit, man. Get with this shit, man. Get with this shit and get rolled over, man. No way out. No way out. No way out.
I swear Memphis is another planet, man. It's a real life Wakanda. And I speak about uplifting the black community all the time and stuff like that. And I talk about reparations and the foundation of black Americans and creating structure for our people or whatever. But when I look at the city of Memphis and I think of the leadership and I think about that time those guys killed that boy and chased him down. I forgot his name, but I did a podcast on it about a year ago, and me and Judge Joe Brown talked about it. And they killed him and they beat him down half to death. And I think about the leadership and the police, and they got street dudes in the police force. Memphis is a different place. Like, I wouldn't want that to be my security guard. I would want somebody that is, you ain't interested in being on social media. Your focus is protecting me. And he got a lot of scrutiny for this, and they were saying that he was Sayso P's and Sauce Walker's security when they was in Memphis, but he was there for that night while they was in the club. Now, what's crazy is that you could tell them boys was really outside that whole day and night, because they had the same thing on leaving, going to the club. The day done changed, the sun back up, the shooting happened at 2 o'clock, and they got the same outfits on from last night. So them boys was really outside. I would say doing too much, especially in Tennessee. Them country boys well rested, ready to pop something. And the security got backlash because people thought that he was protecting them for the whole time that they was there. But that wasn't the case. And he released this statement saying that all that trolling ain't gonna do nothing but get one of you embarrassed. I wasn't with Sauce or Sayso this morning. I was at work. They booked me to escort them to reservations and be with them while they was in there last night. And we did exactly that. After that, we went separate. Was anything that happened after that had nothing to do with me and was out of my control. Um, I don't know why the look of that guy concerns me. When I think about Memphis and I think about the police department and their security guards and everything, it's just a place that I really don't want to go to. Memphis, real talk. The way they did Dolph, the way they've been killing people for years, even cities close to it, Jackson, Tennessee. It's just I have a negative connotation about Memphis and people dying in Memphis, and I just want to see more positive, and I want to see the community come together and just stop this foolishness, because they are the city with the highest murder rate per capita. Like, you get people like, people talk about Chicago and New York City, but in our reality, Memphis is smashing that with 600,000 people. Those other cities that people talk about got 8 million, 6 million, 5 million people. The violence in Memphis is so high, it's embarrassing to the black community, because we know that it's a 90% black city. And that is a representation of us. That's how they feel about us. They perceive us to be participating in those activities that y'all doing in Memphis, and that's not a reality of the majority of us. So y'all need to tighten up down there. And rest in peace to Sayso P. Sauce Walka, he put out a statement and a video of him with the bullet wounds or whatever, and he's in the hospital. He recovered or whatever. And you know, I just wish these brothers well. I wish these brothers safety. And as long as people are struggling financially, this is going to continue on. Ain't nothing going to change, because you got the people that's up, that's promoting that they up with the chains and the jewelry and the designer on, and you got the wolves looking at them like food. Let's move on to the next conversation, man.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.